to come and ably present.
Lira City, oye! Lira District kono, NRM kono, President Museveni don kono. Kodon wandu juting kong bendera malu, ping kong ber yellow kekenun. Yellow, 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 yellow. Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the NRM presidential flag bearer and the father of the NRM revolution, I am going to be very, very brief. I will balance Lango and English. To you, Your Excellency, apart from being a leader, I also prophesize. And I wish to prophesize that in the performance of the national resistance movement under your leadership, from 1996 to date, I can state that the 2026 general elections will be your best performance in Lira City, Lira District, and Lango sub-region. That one I can state it. Boruluang melao. Ye jamapol la me wan lao bedo penyi both President Museveni. And he has delivered them. Lao imo atudumia rio, keda para rio, obedo kede gura duong. Lao penyo pi university, President Museveni omiwa Lira University. Bapting wipo ay uno. Lao penyo ni medroom mara dahatal me Lira. Bede regional referral hospital. President Museveni oyilo romere malo. Lao penyo ni gera kibwa. Akibwa chawa ni juame woriye. Gedo meretia woranyim. Lao penyo ni ger. Otker mega wonyashi. Foundation stone nere. Tiedo eroko. Lao penyo ni pulam. Iyo ero mangwen. Iyo achiel la moberu yo ya pach. Lam de chane tiye. Yo me woro kamdini. Lam mero kero. Odongi lam me yo me ya dogolo. Awon na amolata. Lam me yo me ya abohe. Awod bobi. Lam me yo me ya Lira. Awot aloe. Te won na hotuge. Te karabim. Te karona hakotidu. Pijo me kide. Adogo donga me mi yin kede an pe miri boli Museveni kui. Boli Museveni kui pi kuch. Boli Museveni kui pi don lobo. Boli Museveni kui pi tutemerie mochan. Kun be programs apol la popat. Mea gikimere. Inindwe para bij medwe machel. Mwa tutumia rio pi rio ya bishel. Gwecha benatie. Iyakina team me NRM. Kere team me opposition me Uganda. Me yero president me Uganda. Me yero members me parliament. I team ma NRM ngata mea keto boy chie me bedu team captain. Abedu Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Tetelo team me NRM elect. I Lira City kan jo ma gwekere president Museveni nindwa para beach. Me achiel tiye Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng Ochero. Mario Tieye Omodi Dennis. Meadek Tieye Ominwa Ogweng. Lira City nindwa para beach. Joa mea gwekere Lira District. Joa mea gwekere President Museveni. Namachel abedo Honorable Sam Engola. Namario tebedo Honorable Linda Agnes Auma. Namadek tebedo Honorable Aregedeng. Mano luoni ongom Patrick. Adilo meradong bino wot kidman. Samingola tiekere dilo. Samingola tia moyo kwenda mea chengu chero tiye. Omi adilo ko bora chengu chero. A chengu chero tia moyo kwenda Dennis Samson obuwa tiye. Ochualo boro buwa. Obuwa tia moyo kwenda mamodi tiye. Omori nuadilo. omori tia moya umalinda nuadilo umalinda tia ward omiyo dilo kodok boro modi arege deng do gamo dilo arege deng do dilo bod Dennis Amson obua odilo tia ward sami ngola gamo dilo uma do gamo dilo arege deng gamo dilo jena chengo chero gamo dilo a cheng tia moyo omori Dennis omori gamo dilo ko omori dok tia moyo gweng gamo dilo gweng bolo dilo bod Dennis Amson obua miyo bora monga nita miyo bod Museveni do ko chen boro obua bod Museveni tia ward goal number chiel President Museveni mato golo men number chiel ko team NRM 1 team opposition 0 President Museveni of Team NRM has been declared the winner of the 2026 general election. Your Excellency, I wish to conclude as I invite the second National Vice Chairperson to request you to take some few photo moments with the following. Luang melai winyu mom. Odilo President Museveni otimongo umatuko. Number 1, Your Excellency, I request Luang melao mando bedo representatives. Peda ekono buode kelo ngadi pete kella ngara chiel tieke teacher and you. Amiru nina machiela kwa ni tie awubu amora chiel Amenini nino defending NRM. When do you defending NRM? And to you mean mara chiela me maro winyo duane radio talk show. Amiru ni tin and bed kerekara me makochal kere president me Uganda. Man Jacob Ochen. Adong Jacob Ochen itie. Jacob Ochen, you will have an opportunity because you are number 1 defender of NRM on radio talk shows. We all defend. Namario akwayo ni President Museveni magdokchal kere dana me obinu tie kere pigi anala rik President Museveni I campaign nera no bedo kai pigi chiel mondo campaign metutumia rio kere chiel mano luoni ominwa kasha alwero enda me obinu tie President Peter Ping in 2001 Amiru dadokwayo the executive committee of Lango Radio Callers Association. Ne wuna yubere me makuchim kede President Museveni. Wuna biro. Akwa yudang NRM flag bearers at parliamentary level kede LC5 meda makuchim kede President. Adedo kwa yutino wa dek. Ameti lo waoho. Man ambassadors are dek. Ambassadors are dek. Kede foreign service officer da achiel. Ambassador Oteo. Ame obero nyari. Ambassador Amoro. Kede ambassador ame obero nyarwa me ya monatar. Man amule. Eka me agiki. Won kom me bulu. Pe Uganda. The chairman of the National Youth Council is here with the team, few of them from the Youth League. Your Excellency, Poyobino, Wegda Luong, Right Honorable Anita. Luang Melao, kuna nuo Anita medong inviting President. Ting dok malo kong dok gin na yelo. Ting malo gin na yelo. Poyo uno, poyo, Your Excellency, thank you and thank you and thank you.
NRM oye! Lira oye! Lango oye! Apoyo unobino. Kopango. Intia mabe. If you love President Museveni, raise your flag.
Kaimaro President Museveni ting flag imalo.
I want to thank all of you for coming in this big number.
Amidapuo undushu maybe ni Roma dit aman.
Your Excellency, I want to thank you for coming to Lira amidst your busy schedule.
Aduong President minu poya tek bibinu Lira kirako bedi tiudi attack.
This was a very big date for us because we know the people of Lira love you so much.
Mano bino ni napire tek tutual borwa achalo wan yen jo me Lira Maria tek.
And we have moved throughout the whole country.
Dawando bubea ilobo Uganda loro.
The people of Uganda are saying they are going to give President 90%. What about you in Lira?
Luak me Uganda ducha koni kino me yo President Museveni kwir percent pirabongwen un luak me Lira kono.
You should be counted to be one of the people who have contributed to the win.
Wanang miro kwanwa yakina jo amea keto chingi meme yo President lanyo kwir irwama male Uganda.
Your Excellency, we want to thank you for fulfilling your pledge of Akibwa Stadium.
Aduong President omeni upoya tek pichobo chireni megera Akibwa Stadium.
And on top of fulfilling Akibwa Stadium, you are still going to build the road from Lira, Kole, Kona, Ayeri, Bobby to Gulu, because that is an Afcon road.
Medical Akibwa Stadium, yo ameni chikere megero, obedo yo amaya Kona boge, tebe ongai, te katu ya choli tungcha, yanobedo mono yo me tuhume Afcon.
Your Excellency, the last time YouthMaid worked on the roads in Lira is when Lira was a municipality.
Aduong President, YouthMaid otio ilira uno Lira de Purubedo municipality.
YouthMaid too is going to come and work on all the roads in Lira city.
YouthMaid Mario abinu dongeti yo edushu ameti Lira city.
The next time you're visiting here, you'll get this city shining with very beautiful roads. We want to thank you so much.
Diri maja kai duogo Lira inu Lira city tia rienya kere yo abesho omeni opoya duong President.
Your Excellency, we also want to thank you for upgrading the following roads in NDP4.
Aduong President omidango puoi metingo malo rome yoe magi amokwana ni NDP meangwen.
Renkunye Apach Lira Road.
Yo amotia loni renkunye kunbeo apach.
Soroti Dokolo Lira Kona Kamdin Road.
Yo ame ya soroti tebeo Lira te warikona kamdini.
Apach Lira Purango Road.
Apach Lira kere puranga.
Lira Aloy Otuke Abim Kotido 187 kilometers.
Yo amaya Lira te wataloy te wototure kilometer mia cheli piera boro we abero.
I am more grateful about that road because it broke my back.
Ani ya yompi yo no piena na beye koma tera me ya red idingea.
And the day it will get over, Your Excellency, we shall be very grateful.
Nina yo ne atum kere wano binu muodo telele ya tek.
And we also want to thank you for the construction of the regional blood bank in Lira.
Ominango puoi pigero kagwa koremo ilira.
Your Excellency, when we created Lira City,
Aduong President karame wano ukelo Lira City.
you wanted Lira City to be under the leadership of NRM,
Mirni no tieni Lira City mirobedi tetela me NRM.
where you can have full control.
Ame yino ombedo kere tuero dushu ye.
And in that full control, Your Excellency,
Kere tuero no.
you are the appointing authority of this country.
Yine chimo jo apopat itichadon iloboni.
You have the powers to appoint anybody and disappoint.
Yine dikere tuero me chimo dano karachel kere dan kwanyo dano.
In the interest of promoting the party NRM,
Bimiri me dongo pari me NRM.
and in the interest of making sure that we are in charge of Lira City,
Kere me neno ni wan ni kongwa chala NRM utikere tuere kom Lira City.
we want to request you, Your Excellency,
Omi ni ukwa ni amana duong President.
that you request your daughter Mongi
Ni lokere nyari amoy.
to leave Dr. Cheng in Lira City.
Ni wega cheng ben mot in Lira City.
Because when you appointed her as a minister,
Yeni kara yini chime chalo minister.
the same facilities that she gets as a minister under your government,
Jama me no nuo chalo minister ite tela ni gamento ni.
are the same facilities that are used to fight your people in your NRM
ena
government.
doko tia tikere melwanyi kom joni amobedo NRM ameti city.
Your Excellency,
Aduong President we.
as a party, we are not going to allow this.
Achalo party me NRM one to me.
We love our party NRM.
One omaro party wa me NRM.
And if we give you a responsibility,
Danka wano mi tichora chalo NRM.
you should not use it to come and fight us in NRM.
Pero mi ti kere melwanyi kom wa NRM.
And Your Excellency, I am speaking as the second national vice chairperson.
Aduong President Nadia Lokiri achala lubina Mario ipati me NRM.
I know I am your vice,
Angeoni anabera lubi.
but I must do work for you to get a good party.
Endo mirana ti piri wegini ger party abero.
We cannot continue hobnobbing with the people who do not believe in us.
One poron pero biel jomogo ame mirigi petie pirwa.
And I want to thank the UPCs who love us genuinely.
Ominyo po UPC ame maro wa tiga.
And Your Excellency, I want to thank you for believing in the politics of ideology, not identity.
Aminia puedong President ini chung iwibie ame chung ikop erope obero iwibie ame beri ya poka poka.
Your Excellency, that patience of yours, maybe enough is enough.
Aduong President kanyo jo ame kanyo kere joni lokedo kara romo me koni pero miro mede woranyi.
We cannot allow people to step on a plate that has fed you.
One poron ye jo ame dong lokete piele ichani ame piroge.
During the time you pretend with us,
Kai di cheng ini mi yeni tikere wa.
and you're using the same money that we are giving to bribe our people against our party.
Dokedi tikere chena da wano mi medong lwenyi kom jo wa ipati wa.
Your Excellency,
Aduong President we.
we love you for being a patient person.
Wano mari ba me kanyo jo.
We love you for being accommodative.
Wano mari me tamoni chok jo dusingeri.
We wish you well.
Wano puo irangu legi winya be.
And may the good Lord bless you.
Okwa ene ba.
As we conclude this election,
Kawano woro ba otiego dong yerani.
this is the time for us to know who is who.
Mano bero chawa be menge yo nga kara. Amo bero nga yakina wa.
I now want to invite you
Amina tikere kare ndo meluongi.
to come and address your people.
Wari bini lokere luaki.
And God bless you as you continue.
Oba medemi yugo.
NRM oye! NRM oye! President Museveni oye!
Oye.
Ting malo bendela, ting malo bendela, ting malo, ting malo, ting malo bendela. President Museveni oye! NRM uju! Ladies and gentlemen, let's wave to the president as he comes to address us. Ting malo bendela, ting malo bendela. Museveni oye! Ting malo bendela.
Sit down, please.
Beruno dong ping.
Kopango Rockme Lira. The second vice chairperson of the NRM,
Hello ba chairman menarem nana Mario.
the vice chairperson Northern Uganda,
Hello won't come menarem pitumalo Uganda.
all the other leaders,
Hotela dushu ametikan.
and the people of Lira.
Kereun luak melira.
I am here with other leaders from Kampala to present to you the manifesto
Anatikan kerotela kene amoya e Kampala memi yu neno a NRM.
of the NRM of 2026-2031.
Neno a NRM piluak me Uganda pi mwagarie piro abishel wokere ya rio e piro deku ya chel.
In that manifesto, We have pointed out that NRM has made 7 contributions in the last 40 years.
Igina me ochoye pinya mo bero nene NRM utiu cho jama biro. Ame NRM utiu bimwaki pirangwen wi okaro.
We call the contributions matofari, bricks, put on the Uganda house in the last 40 years.
Jama me wano cho gina biro no wano koni ubero. Matafali ame wano keri gedo me Uganda bimwaki ni okaro ni.
The first tafari is kuch.
Matafali na machiel ubero kuch.
Uganda had become unmanageable
Uganda no do loba me pe ono do ramo gwagere telo ye kakare.
political instability,
Okwaye ni
rebels,
ko beru mod win ko paduong.
cattle rustlers,
Ono tikere kobikom mayudok.
but now Uganda is peaceful from one corner to the other one.
Chado wano loki kuti Uganda itwok ping dushu.
And this is because of our ideology of what Right Honorable Speaker referred to. We believe in interests, politics of interests, rather than politics of identity, of tribal religion, and so on.
Mandushu ti mere pien NRM neno mere tie pi miralwak erope pi neno dano achiel.
Because of not accepting sectarianism,
Pien wan po ye apoka
we have been able to build a national party which unites all Ugandans.
omiyo wan ogero party achiel amekelo lwak me Uganda dushu karachiel.
And we have been able to build national institutions like the army, the police, the judiciary, and so on.
Omiyo wada obero kere kare megero dule don ame tiyo pi Uganda achalo mony polisi kere dul ame ngolo kop.
And it is a combination of these two, the political unity and capable national institutions, that have created the couch we are talking about.
Jami ame obino karachiel gina rio ame wano chuye ame okelo karachiel jama me kwako kobi kom kuch ena momiyo chane wano ti ulok meko ni aloha me kuch ti Uganda.
Now couch has enabled Donglobo to take place.
Kuch omiyo don lobo tia bino Uganda.
That is the second tafari.
Monobero matafale onyo brick na mario.
You are talking of stadiums.
Ichani do wantu kobi kom stadium.
The first stadium we built was Nambole
Stadium amogere na machiel unobero nambole.
by the Chinese.
Amejo me China enariho konyo wategero.
But the Chinese had offered to build it in 1968.
Luak me China rehonu ye me gero en stadium mo imaka tutumia chiel imia bongwen ipiera bishel wiaboro.
But it couldn't be built because there was no coach.
En no peramo gere pien Uganda no kuch peye.
So when we came much later, you can imagine 1968 and 1986 when we came. That's like 20 years.
Kore inen chakere piera bishel aboro. Naha itutumia chiel mia bongwen piera boro ya bishel. Ado wano binu omiyo do kop me kuch. Temi yo chako duogo tero tamo koi kom gero stadium.
We found the file there. The Chinese had offered to build Nambole, but there was no coach, so they didn't build it.
Wano nuo buka mocho ametia koni luak me China uno ye me gero stadium. Era pien kushu no pe ngata no romo gero kene chao me gero no petie.
So I remember we started building it around 1990 there.
Apoine wano de chako gero tutumia chiel imia bongwen kene piera bongwen nono.
Now slowly we are beginning to build other stadiums like Akibwa.
Amando uchako donyote medo gero stadium bala kibwa.
and other institutions.
Karachiel kere dul logo medon ametiyo gero kabela popat.
Karuma hydropower station.
Aporere gero kabukumach me Karuma.
By the time we came, there was not even, the old dam of Jinja was no longer operating. It was operating at half capacity.
Ikarame wano bini lodge kabukumach amano ti Jinja. Uno bukumach da petunu nushume gupu mere.
But because of Kuch, we have repaired Jinja, the first one. We have built another one called Lira on the east.
Ero no pien Kuch tie. Umiwa iro en me Jinja na machelcha. Dokore wo dokore gero mena Mario amolo ni Kira.
So there are two power stations now near one another.
So Jinja chawani kabukuma tiario chega Karachiel.
Then we built Simba.
Dada regero kanaluni Simba.
Then we built Karuma.
Tedo bigero Karuma.
Then there are the smaller ones, hydro stations.
Eno keneno ngatitino kabukuma chatitino kenang tiame otiu gere.
And we are going to build Ayago now.
Amano otiu yere megero kabukuma chamaluongni Ayago.
And Kiba, another one called Kiba.
Kerena moloni Kiba.
Another one called Oryang. Here.
Kere moro dia loni Oryang tia chega komkerwakan.
In Lango Acholi area.
Tie komi idul lobo melao kera choli achegi kan.
The British had tried to get the oil of Uganda from 1920 to 1956.
Jo Americ law wa amoloni British. Obino tema me kunyo mo me Uganda. Chakare mwakatumia chel mia bongweni piera yonono. Tunukere mwakatumia chel mia bongweni piera ngweni uye.
Because the signs were there.
Piano unukunuo kani mo tie.
The oil comes to the surface
Mo unukum yai ping te donyo hotenen.
at a place called Chiviro.
Kaname ununi chirio.
Chiviro in the Bantu dialect means boiling, something boiling. If water is boiling, it is kubira.
Ileba me ugluo keneno. Kaname mo no donye ye no kananu mo tia kukunya. Kaine no berba giname mo tia wala ikeno.
So Chiviro means the oil was boiling to the surface.
Teko pereni mo ono tia walo tia donyo iwang lobo.
And the ancient Banyoro had seen it and named that place where things boil to the surface.
Luak me kanasha no neno tenge yoko awde chakunye ni kaname jami kukunya te donyo ho.
So the British tried to look for the oil.
Jome British tete mi dirugi me moyo moni.
From 1920 to 1956.
Chagre mo atumia cheli mia bongwen piera yonono na mo atumia cheli mia bongwen ipiera bishwe abishel.
But Urbanga did not want them to see the oil.
Ero ba poye ni gino nen gini mono.
So he confused them. They didn't see it.
Temi yegi baere pote neno gini kana moti ye.
They were looking directly below the Kubira, directly below.
Gino no tu neno kana mo tia kukunya ye gindo tamiti tere kakane kokome.
But the oil was coming from somewhere else.
Ero mo ni nuruja ya itete pekana me gino tu ukota maniti ya kukunya ye ni.
And coming underground and Kubira here.
Notia donyo tedo binu kana gino tu neno ni kunu ya ite.
Now, because of Kuch, we had time to look for the oil, check what the British were doing, use modern technology, and we found the oil.
Bien kujo nuotie wande bero kere kare meti kere tet me karatinini aote mo yore amando Uganda nuomo.
It will start flowing this year.
Achako do donyo ho me achara imwakani.
Let's see, you can see there.
Chalere cheo tia nyutiwa kana me Uganda adonye.
That's one of the wells.
Mono bero kakana chiel ame moni akunyera ya adonye.
You can see Lake Albert in the background.
Yunge kucha ineno nam me Lake Albert.
So, Kuch means Donglobo.
Pimano wana minu mogboru ni kuch kelo don lobo.
Now, when you hear people want to disturb peace, they are against Donglobo.
Kade neno ngato kikentia binama mito balo kuch Dano no bera nyego me don lobo.
And we shall not allow them.
Da wan po ye yigi.
I really want to kindly advise everybody, nobody should attempt to disturb the coach of Uganda.
Ami nyalok, ami tambo jo dushu, mi ngatrope tem, me ballo kuch, me Uganda.
Don't try.
Peda item, peda lega pe item.
Thou shalt not lead us in temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Pe ke lewa ya bira ametero wa iti mobile.
That's what our Lord's Prayer says.
Kita melega rorwa kobo kere.
So those who are playing around, we will not allow them to disturb the peace of Uganda.
Donc pijo ametia turu, wano kwa yu da ko ni pe oye yu me ballo kuch me Uganda.
But to do it well, without friction, we need your support.
Pi wani ti mono, te bera be, o me to chwak ame yai boru.
You remember when the Amuka came up, you did a lot of work to quicken the peace.
Ipo yu na ber, karoni mi wa chwak, iteke luna muga, okonyo wa, meke lo kuch uyoroyot.
The Amuka were defending the villages and the villages.
Amuga unutia tiyuti me gwoko kinpasho, kana me jo watia beriye kinpasho.
And that liberated the army to go and hunt the terrorists.
Temi yo kare bod monyi kukome, me uopo jo ametia lwenyi kom Uganda, uopo gite, kana no gino tiupone ye.
So this is the second brick the people of Uganda and NRM have put on the Uganda House.
Mano bero gedo nyoni gweng na Mario, unyomatefale na Mario, ame NRM okerikom gedo ama atelong ni Uganda ni.
However, from the 1960s, we started having differences with some of the political people.
Ento chakere tutu mwakapira bishel wiye, apoka tam techa kuberatie Uganda kani yakina wibiye mogo.
And we said, but Dong Lobo, without Lonyo, we will not survive.
Wano kenu tukoni, ka Dong Lobo mirobedatie, kun lonyo pe, Dong Lobo no pera mo guakere naka.
Because you cannot have tarmac road, electricity, when people are in Chan, in their homes.
Wan porombe kere yo guda besho, kere maj, ero gujo ti kere chan, ipachige.
Because people don't sleep on the road.
Yena ngata me buri di guru petie.
At night they go back to the home.
Kai woro romo ngara chela chel, dok pasho kana nir buriye.
And when you go back to the home, you find Chan waiting for you.
Achoro kai dok pasho, dado nuni chan, ena dok tia kuri pasho.
And it says, Apoyo Bino,
Chan te joli, ni welcome, apoyo bino.
we are still here.
Ni wan puru tiu kuri pasho kan.
Sukari pay,
No sugar,
match pay,
no electricity,
blanket manok,
no enough blanket at home.
no few blankets, not covering all the children.
Blanket e umitino tiano no, kame pero umitino dushu. Ilangit.
You find the children fighting for the blanket at night. Mama, so-and-so Okero has taken the blanket.
Inuoi tino tia lara, ilangiti wonia, aya, ngadawa ilangiru krai koma.
Children are sleeping in a blanket without sheets.
Otino tia burite langit, ame chuka peye.
So, Donglobo, if you don't add Lonyo, you will not survive.
Omiyo pimano, kawano koni, Don Lobo, tie, kape mero lonye ye, Don Lobo no pe guakare kakare.
And we started talking about that.
Wano de chako kopi kom, luenyi kom chan.
In our area where I come from, I started mobilizing the peasants to get out of Chan.
Yere na kanana ye, anade chako lokere jo turiwa, meneno kirango, amoro luenkere, meriamo chan.
That's why in the 1960s, 70s, they were calling us communists. These boys are communists.
Omiyo, ipiera bishel wiye, kere piera biro wiye, wicheren, unotia lungo gini, gino bero gini jo, ame chwako, jo ame yai tutu lobo bala Russia kere China gicha ulonge ni communist.
That because we believe we were talking about all people being equal, all people being equal.
Bien wano no yuko ni jo dushu miro bedaro rom kwa jo dushu miro bedaro rom.
So, oh, people can't be equal. God did not create us equal. Some are short, some are tall. So you must accept differences.
Jo anu dia piem kere wano dia ko ni peti kitra me jo dushu rom bedaro rom kere pieno ba o chwe jo popat jo kene chiego jo kene bosho. Wan miro wek jo bede mono pe moni jo miro bedaro rom.
But then we said, no. Yes, they may be short, tall, but they must have equal opportunities.
Wano de ko ni pe mono. Wano yeni ubao chwe jo kere popat. Ento wan miro yik lobo ame mi ngara chel bedo kere gumaro rom me mi kwa mere beda be.
So when we came in the government, we brought that belief.
Kado wano donyi lodge wano chako ke lukopo eno oho me akoba bodluak.
We had already done good work in the cattle corridor.
Wano nuotiu tichu kwa beri ya kinajo amegwako do.
I don't have time to give you that story.
Igumara chawa do pe kono kwa kobi udo do no yore.
But in the manifesto of 1996, we in writing, we advised all people to say, please, if you have got a small piece of land, 4 acres or less, do the following.
Enti mwaka tutumia bongwen, tutumia cheli mia bongwen, pira bongwen abishel. Ichochu wame chikere bod luak me Uganda. Wano kobi jo me Uganda ni kaini tikele lobo ame pe karo eka ngwen. Ngoa ira moti yukele lobo ni ginene.
1 acre for coffee.
Eka chel mirobed me puru moñ.
1 acre for fruits.
Eka na mario mirobed me puru nyikchem.
1 acre for pasture for young in the sheds.
Eka na madek mirobed me ini gwako lum. Me pitu doka ma gwako kana chiela me pelara tata.
For ichak.
We repeat diang chak ame chemere nuotik achiegi kere.
Then 1 acre for food crop for the home.
Eka mea agiki mere iteti kere me pito cheme nininio ame ini chamo ingeturi.
In the backyard piggery.
Ite ot bori nwe kero kana mera mo piti yepuno.
Then poultry for eggs.
Irona pitu gwen ame ami itong gwen.
And near the wetlands, fish farming.
Kai nwe chiki kere yikulu aite pitu rech.
Now, some of the people have listened to our message.
Jokene uye winyo kopa wanobero kobigini.
And they are doing very well.
Danga man kuog yo lohere ututi mabe.
Because we said there are 2 problems.
Pienwano nuko ni peki tia rio apirgitek.
Problem number 1, which is the source of poverty. Problem number 1 is teach, ne each, keken.
Pero na machel onobero pero me ticha wano tiu me achama kekeno chamo kaiwa.
That's problem number 1.
Mono pero pero na machela me kelo chan.
So we are saying you must work for the stomach plus the pocket.
Wando tiu koboni ti ticha tek menu gime achama enda doki ye ti you teach ame keli chente chao.
But secondly, you must work for teach for the stomach and for the pocket, but with chura.
Me ario miriti ticha me ti you me achama kerena ma kelo chente chao edang ti kere chura.
Because some people will teach, but without for the pocket, but without chura.
Jo kenu tia teach ame tia yele menu nguchene chao ero petia teach kere chura.
Like for instance, our people in West Nile.
Aporere jowa me West Nile.
The homes have 2 acres on the average.
Duonga pachi kununu potigi tika ekar yoke ken.
So, if you put 1 acre for food, cassava,
Kai kero porachiel mebero pe purumogo.
you remain with the acre achel for money.
Te don kadong eka chiel ken me puru ginama kelichente.
If you make bad chura, poverty is permanent in your home.
Kado pe tiu krediro ame chura ni pokonyi chandong dong turi pinaha.
So these 8, I had calculated myself.
Diro ni anu no atiu chura mere an ni kuko machalo president no atiu chura mere.
These are Biro, 7.
Joma biro ni anu no acho gi pinyo ko yore.
That's why you hear I don't talk of cotton, I know it.
Omi winyo an kako ni jama imiri piri an pa ko bikompama, yanangeo ko bikompama be.
I don't talk about tobacco, I know it.
Pa ko kompuru taba, yanangeo dang taba be.
I don't talk about sugarcane.
Pera ko bikom niang.
I don't talk about tea.
Pera ko bikom majan.
I know those, and the country needs them, but we need another solution for those.
Angeo jamino dushida, angeo ni lobo Uganda mer jamino, ento diro me pur jamino pat. Kita me wan tiukere.
For the small person with small land, please, this is your medicine.
Kai ni tikere loba no nok, winyako maber, yora ini ya kerechan, ene nana koboni.
So let's see those who have listened. We have got friend Biamkama, a minister, has listened quickly.
Okwa ini uwinyo no ngwa wanokoboni da uwinyo yoriyot.
I'm a member of parliament of Buganges West constituency, Kakubiro district. We are now at our 4-acre demonstration farm. The land we have here is approximately 4 acres. This is a farm we started 2 years back here, 2.5 years back. And on this farm, we have a half acre of pineapple, has 6 cows for zero grazing. We have poultry, about 25,000 birds, but only 11,000 are giving us eggs. And we have 1 acre of grass. We have piggery, those are very many. And 1 acre of coffee mixed with banana. Where we are, this is the 4-acre model farm. I did this activity to teach my voters to lead by example so that my voters can learn what measure the president tells the public. This is an initiative I learned from the president sometime back when he sent me to learn to Kaumu, to Kisozi. I copied what I copied, this is what I came up with. And you will see as we move, or that side, this side, that's my 4-acre model farm. The house as well. You don't sleep here, but if I will sleep here, the house as well is seated on this 4-acre model farm. When you look at poultry, out of the 25,000 birds, it's only 11,000 giving me eggs. Others are soon giving me, and I get 302 trays per day minimally, because 11,000 birds are supposed to give me 366 trays. But because of the feeding method of deep litter, I don't get all the eggs. I get 302 trays per day minimally. Then I save in a month, you can get a net profit of 55 million. Because you get 108 million, but you can't get all that. You have to buy feeds, pay workers, pay electricity. Remain with 55 million net pay.
Now,
when you get...
we don't have time to listen to the whole chura of Yamkama, which is a very good chura.
Bien chawa di wako pero uberigum mewinyo chora me biamo kama tiukere melwenyi komchan.
But you saw what he did.
Ero wanoneno ngwameno timo.
Out of the 7, he did coffee 1 acre.
Yakina biro no eno kwanyo mwony teketo porachel.
He did fruits.
Tepito nyikchem ame kele jami ma chara.
Then he did bananas.
Tepita bolo.
Then he did some loom for dog.
Terang pito loom pidokere.
Some grass for cows.
Pidok chak.
Then he has pigs, but those ones he gives free.
Tidankere punni mere, ero mono en pecharro, mio menono.
To his constituency people.
Pijo mere, ame oyere.
Then he has poultry.
Tebero kere gwen.
For eggs.
Ame kele tong gwen.
This is the chura which we can quote, because the other we don't have time to listen.
Mano bero chura ame wani kanni dusho oromonia ye, yeneno kene chawa me wani winyo dong pe.
He sells 302 trays per day of eggs.
Enokoni e charro tong gwen tray mia dek kedario nino.
And In a month, he gets 180 million shillings.
idwe achiel ilobo mere ametika eka ngwen ya ye tongwen amenuo million 180 dwe
From eggs alone,
media ya kai tongwen keken
if you remove the cost, he remains with 55 million shillings profit net.
ka okwanyo jama en miro chuchulo balo tich kere wilo chem gwen dong kere chenta kome million beach.
And that is 700 million shillings in a year from just eggs.
kai ti uchura mene pi mwaka chiel aya kai tongwen enuo million 700
Profit
monobero agoba amenuo
from eggs alone, not including coffee, not including milk, not including the
mono ya kai tongwen no po kwano moñ po kwano abolo po kwano chak er mono ka tongwen keken.
Then here, me, I don't do things which I don't try myself.
An pati mo jami ame pe ateme koma
Here in Lira, I have my small farm there.
ilao kan ana tikere porna achelti lira kanene
See what I'm doing there.
ami dangi nenu ngwana tatimo kan.
My name is Dr. Maurice Uchem. I am a commissioner by appointment, deployed at State House, and I've been assigned by the President to execute the 4-acre model. And I've put them so far in 10 regional zones in the country. Now, the 4-acre model is an idea conceived by the President to guide our farmers on how to utilize their small acreages of land so that they can earn more money through intensive farming. And here we are talking about enterprises that have good yields and high income for their household. So we have the fish farming, which is one of the enterprises that can be done near the water without interfering with wetland and tampering with water flow. Then we have the zero grazing unit. On the other side, we have the coffee, we have the banana, and also a household needs food crops as 1 acre plus fruits. So this idea of the 4-acre model is to support income for the household. And as I will go into the small mathematics, we will know that it's capable of pulling somebody out of poverty. Now, specifically on the fish pond, here is about 20 by 50 meter pond, 1,000 meters squared. After finishing the excavation, we stock 10,000 fish. We feed it for about 8 to 9 months. In the north, which is warmer, the fish grow faster. And in the west, which is a little cold, you add 1 more month to reach the same quantity of grams. So by that time, the fish will be about 800 grams to 1.5 kilograms. In the market, the fish which is 1 kilograms or 800 grams here costs about 10,000 shillings. So having stocked here 10,000 fish, by 10,000, somebody will get 100 million in 1 year. And then when you subtract the other cost of managing, which is roughly 30 million, somebody can be able to save 70 million on this fish pond. And this size, we can put 2 of them in 1 acre. So meaning in this particular acre, somebody should be able to get around 140 million shillings.
Now, that is the chura of my people here in Lira.
Mano obero chora nyodiro meti kire lobo eka ngwen ameti borwa lira kanen kom lira city kanen.
We don't have time to listen to the whole chura.
Chawa pe me winyo chora no duchi yore.
But you saw what Dr. Ochen did. They have planted coffee 1 acre. They have planted fruits. They have planted room for dog, for milk. They have, but now they have added fish farming.
Wano neno kitame Dr. Chieno ngwa ko kele lobo no. Ya kinagi opero nyikchem wano ko boni obero bala chunga bala popologi opero gini lum mepe to dog chak opero gini moñ amanda ko yabo gini kaka pitu rech
And bananas.
Keranga bolo.
But they have added fish farming.
Amano omero pitu rechi ye.
And this is the chura that I want to pull out.
Mano bero chura amame niya kel boru.
you had it was 20 meters by 50.
Lacha kapito recho ko biuni tie meters pirario iko mita pirabich.
And in a year, they get 100 million.
Imwachiel inuo welchente aramo million miachiel ikom rech.
When they remove costs, they remain with 70 million.
Kao kwanyo jamu kene amemiri chul megwako rechi idonkere million pirabiro.
You can have 2 of them in an acre.
Iramo bero kere capital rech gina rio iloboni eka chiel.
So in an acre of fish farming here in Lango,
Ilobo wame lao kan porachiel ame kerome pito rech
you will get 140 million.
inuongo million mia chiel ni pirangwen.
Profit.
Mono bero magoba.
This Lango is very lucky. Lango, Teso, Busoga, Bukedi, very lucky with all these swamps.
Lobo wame lao tikere gum. Lao, Teso, Bukedi, kere Busoga, wano tikere yikuli, apol.
The swamps, you don't go in the center of the swamp.
Wano kwa ini yikulu, pe donyu ni yikuli kukome.
You do on the periphery.
Igyab kapito rechi inget kulu, pe donyu dire kulu.
So that in the center the water comes back.
Weri dire kulu chia pi miromede jogere ye.
And you will get this money.
Me konyi menung welchente ama okoboni.
We need the water to come back in the swamp because we want to irrigate the other land.
Omino ni pi duogi kulu wekoti kere me kelo pi oro me konyewa me dongo pur kanokena me kot peye.
Let me show you irrigation.
Wekoneni u yore amora motichire pi me konyewa ipur.
Let me show you my garden in Bushenyi.
Uneno porachiel ameti ibushenyi.
This is where our model plantation is. Plantation which you've had, we've already gone beyond 50 tons of yield per hectare per year. Matoke is very important part is water, but especially in the dry season. So here we are using irrigation, drip irrigation, as you can really see, using water, especially in the dry season. Drip irrigation, the advantage with it is that it sends water where it is required. PV does not depend on national water. We make our own water, which we pump every day. 90% of the water is used for irrigation, and the other 10% is processed.
No, we don't have time to listen to the whole story.
Gumara chawa do pe me wani winyo yore ngwa medano no tia ko bi wakre meti kerepi me bidu porro.
The fact I want to get to you from there
Gina pire tek amamid ni iwinyi kano ingwa me dano no kobo
is that in my garden there
tieni ipornasha
in a hectare
iporachiel
in a hectare.
Porachiel ameka
Hectare, not acre, like 2 acres.
porra ame berubara ekazario
I harvest 53 tons.
abolo ame yaye bera bolo kilo tutumia pira beach we are deck.
Not kilo, tons.
I've tried to convert the tons into kilos, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Ton pira beach we are deck.
Ton is simpler, ton 53.
Ton pira beach we are deck.
The Banyankore nearby, they get 5 tons from where I get 53 tons.
Jokana me pura bolo achegi kera ginuo tana beach kiken era nuo tan pira beach we are deck.
So I am harvesting 10 times more than those Banyankore.
Piana tati kere yore me bidu poro kere pi anadia nunga bolo tiela par allow mege.
Therefore, here in Lango, we are misusing the wetlands and underutilizing the dry land.
Gumaraji lao kan wano ti uballo tikere yikulu aure temoni uti yutichabe iwitela.
And also in the other areas.
Kere kano kene dang Uganda kan.
And this irrigation is a serious problem.
Acho kobi kom bidu porro kere pini obero ticha me wan miro when we were attack meme yotimere.
I was talking with my daughter from my village there, Barilegi.
Unadia lokere nyara mora chel ipashona ameti baralegi kucha.
The member of parliament, the girl.
Anyaka na mobero a member of parliament ameya oturecha.
Is she here?
Enti kane.
I was saying, where are the fruits which we were trying to plant here?
Unuadia penye ni nyik chema no wanu temo pitokan karati kwene.
And she told me that they are drying up in the dry season.
Ende kobani utiutuog inoko yoro.
So we must irrigate.
Dong pimano megengo gi tuo wan miro bid potini.
So therefore, fish farming needs a bit of money. The government will, after the elections, we are going to come and we develop fish ponds along these swamps.
Bien, pur merre mero chenta duong, yonge yerani, gamenta duogo, chako konyo wa me konyo dam me pitorek.
I can show you where we have already done some work, Limoto. Show them Limoto.
Amiru nyiti ukana do gamento tiyu ginoro kai imoroto.
Limoto.
Moto.
Limoto.
Sorry.
You can see the fish pond there. We don't have time to listen, but you can see them there.
Mono bero kana mega meno timo ginoro me konyo capitorech.
Now, I have given you examples of Yamkama who is already advanced.
Amia por ikombiamo kama medong level eredong romere tu urmalo.
And my own farm here, which is also advanced.
Kere porro amanyuti urang romere timalo.
But I've got my daughter Apio. From near here, let's see Apio.
Erna minia duogo pepin ineno no porro ame ngata mo loni apio tidang ati agwoko.
Apio is there. Come.
Oh, ni apio tikana kome. Tia kwa ni apio binanyim wejonene.
Anya apio vike. Aburi wana kupidi manme alingiri. Alingiri sel. Ti Banya Ward. Tia my town council. Ti Lira district.
Her name is Apio Viki, a resident of Aling Risel, Banya Ward, Town Council in Lira district.
Agam tiene me PDM.
She got the money for PDM in 2023.
La bon when to me appear a beer and
970,000 and then 30,000 remaining in the bank. She planted maize. She bought maize 15 sackets.
Well met to me appear a deck we are
30,000 each sacket. She used it, actually she planted it in 3 acres of land. Preparing the garden cost her 150 for the 3 acres. Weeding cost her 50,000. Then spraying cost her 40,000. Time for harvest came. She used the family members and the neighbors. Then she bought lunch, food for the people for the family, which cost her 20,000. And transporting it from the garden to home cost her 50,000. She came and then she removed it from the cup. It gave her 45 sacks. She sold 40 bags.
Atenungo million ario ke la bor.
And she got 2,800,000.
Kot me achel te tumuko.
That was the first season. That is our first plantation.
Ate wor ka poko. Kwanya million achel akero dong metu.
Out of the 2.8, she decided to keep 1 million aside for farming again.
Kwanya million achel awelo kere roma pa.
She used 1 million for buying ships, 10 of them.
La boro achalo kere tina rest.
Then she used 800,000 for school fees.
Mano tegi kikano.
That is how he spent our first money.
So you can see it will take time, but appeal, komango.
Kope bawa.
Apoyo bino.
Anda apoyo bino.
La kwara tiyo, how are you, la kwara? So say, tell these people how rich you are now, quickly, in the local language.
Ana tiyo bear. Ichene me PDM me mio. Allah tie. Apiru muenda ko. Awilu lobo da ko. Atikere rom mi piera bisial nono do ishawane.
Don't translate. You summarize afterwards. I also know language.
Gina ka arem kere ma me menye gi pien koyo ne hogi. Ma petie ping petia lergi e capi cerremo gida ko shepien pida pot petie pi pot perango kerro apoye bawa porone muon chengie yello tia woti tuo ko
how many sheep do you have now?
Tipiera bisiel nono.
How many?
She now has 60 of them, the sheep.
60?
Yes.
Oh, Jalonyo. Apoyo, come. Thank you.
Poyo uno luak dushu PDM bubero goba. Awi radio ni jotia kobo ni muse. Uwilo joame olony. Ano no pa lony. Da no pa ngeo chene no. Eti acha honeni muse chwalo kop me PDM oho. Eno miyo anate ya. Ate chako lobo yo me PDM. Tia loko kuona. Tida me ya bero dano. Kita de ti nena kere ni. Keke na tia jony. Pimonye queer. Jotia yela ni abero nyare. Etu jotia bino. Etu giupu pot petia duong baba.
Your Excellency,
Apoyo.
This is very important. She has raised 3 critical issues. Our farm is lacking water and she lacks power because she wants to keep the animals warm. But also she's saying that people were accusing you for selecting only rich people to demonstrate the goodness of PDM. But she's a typical example of a common peasant who got money out of PDM and her life has changed. Right now, she would have been fatter than this. Our only problem is she is canvassing seriously for you to be re-elected so that the people can enjoy the good leadership from you, Your Excellency.
Apoyo. Me, I'm in politics to do the work of God.
Anati wibie wekati tichoba. Anati wibie wekati tichoba.
And the work of Africa.
Kere lobo me Africa.
And the work of the Lakwaras. I don't want our Lakwaras to be slaves.
Kerame ni ati teacher me konyo kori kwa pamini kwa bedupi.
So you should always listen carefully to what we tell you, because we are not politicians looking for that.
Winya unu kare dushi waber kai winya wana kobo an pa bera wibie amati amoyo gini kere gini amir ni alokwo.
Because of our belief in no donglobo without lonyo.
Piyewa mekoni kalonyo pe don lo pe gwokere.
When we came into the government.
Kado wano bini government.
Especially from 1996 when there was a bit of stability.
Polero ok chakare mwakatutumia cheli mia bong wene pira bong wena bichel ado pinyo woro bakwe.
We knew that the people who were enlightened, some of them had their own money, they can use their savings to build lonyo.
Wano ngeo ni tijo okena megir no ba omiyo gigum ngeo piny no gino romo tikere chene gi agino gwoko menyayo lonyo gi.
Others can go to the bank and borrow.
Jokena no tikere gupo me okwayo chente ibengi.
But the majority, like Apio here, could not go to the bank.
Duonga jo ameo no dong bala pio gini no pekere gupo me wori bengi.
And they did not have their own savings.
Down pegini kere chene mora gino gwoko kanoro.
So what do we do?
Wano chakotame miro tim ngo.
That's why I said give them soft money by the government.
Omiya na deko ni gamente miro chak miyo gi chente moro ameka duoko wela pinyo dosho.
And in 1997 we started with Ntandikwa. You must have heard about that.
Ipoi mwatunia chelimia bongweni pira bongwena biro wando chako kere programa mo loni Ntandikwa.
The money was coming up to the sub-county.
Chene no binu te binu naka sub-county.
But people are not bothered. Oh yeah, they are busy talking about.
Chene tiu bini sub-county jotika kobo oye jopeti aparo.
Then other politics of this, that, things which have nothing to do with people's lives.
Jote bero laro komi ko muibie nono amepe guru kuadano.
God doesn't like that type of politics.
Oba come pe miro kiri wibie no.
I've been watching from 1960. I've been here.
Ana bero kan chakra na kai mwakatutumia cheli mia bongo ni pira bishel nono ati aneno kire jo tiye kire Uganda.
You go in the politics of Goba, God will not like it.
Ako benite hiwori wibie meko bogoba oba pe binumari.
I've been watching for the last 65 years. Involved, either watching closely or involved.
Ana bero neno pi mwaka pira bishela bichu karangej eto eno kene peda bero nena eno kenda unuati ye koma ikope wibie.
So you better be careful. If you don't know what to do, stay in your house. Don't say I want to lead people.
Akwa ini pe donye wibie ka pe ngeongwa meramotimo pijo don be turimot pe bini wibie ni kwaye ni tel jo.
But if you want to lead and then you are there to do your own things, God does not like it.
Kaini binu le kwaye wibie ni tel jo are lo cha ko tiyu gina amekuwa yin keken obae ko me pe miro.
Uganda is a laboratory of that.
Uganda obero kana mejo woro roto kiri tamatata amejo tiuja mepo la ko kwa joni.
From 1960 I've been watching.
Chakere mwakapira bichiel wiye ana bero neno.
Ada tie kwene Goba tie kwene.
Ateni tie kere tika kwene kere Goba tika kwene.
So be careful, please.
Dakwa yoni bedu kere diro.
Now coming to, so we said Ntandikwa.
Don karanasha wande koni Ntandikwa chende marano no kajora mutikere.
People didn't use it.
Era jopede tikere.
They were busy with this one, the other.
Jotia lara ka kopo kena dang pe konyo la kokwajo.
Then we said, okay, NADS.
Awande koni kopo rope kora okel program amolo ni NADS.
Giving materials.
Migi jami chalo korri.
Some used it, others didn't bother.
Joke no tiyu kere, joke na popara po tiyu kere.
Then Operation Wealth Creation.
Alo de loko ena mo luoni Operation Wealth Creation.
Then in Kampala area, I started hearing people saying, Begabira Boka, meaning those who are involved only give to themselves or their relatives.
Yere ame Kampala de chako winyoni chena mo chwalo ne jokonia jono poko ka yakinagi nyo poko miyo ka warigi.
Oh, so I said, okay, if they are the Gabriel, if they are only giving themselves, now let's change and we'll give the money to the beneficiaries themselves in their organization.
Yongedoniangi kokotie wano de koporope wano loko ko chende do miro chwal bodjo ame wano met ni chene tun bodgi ikukome.
This is the PDM.
En ngo ado te kele wai PDM and no.
And we said every adult in a parish who wants to be part of wealth creation, join the circle. Every adult above 18 years old, you can join.
Kopwatieni ngatoke ken ama mitolwenyi komchan. Ado mwakamero mapara boro wot kere malo timber idonyi isako ametie i parish onye ward.
And then when you join, you elect a committee yourself, the general meeting of the parish.
Kari binu ko kana chiel ite sako ite yero tela unikomu ichokara duong ame oluo ite parish onye ward do.
It is the circle with the Muruka chief as the secretary, which selects who comes first and who comes next.
Obero tela mesako kara chiel kere iborwa kana loni town agent onyo jago gina na me yero nga ame miro kwong miyo chente me PDM onyope.
It is not the Muruka chief who decides. Muruka chief is just a secretary.
Pe obero jago ena me amiyo nga ma yero en bero karan kiken menen no ngame jotia kobo ende choyo ping.
And he's the one with the guidelines.
Kirena me chik umi chie me konyo jo meneno kita PDM mirti kere.
But especially in the Kampala area, there have been complaints that again we are sidelined. Who is sidelining you? You are the one who elected the committee.
Amano ko winyu ko do ka mejo dia konia do ko we wa ko ko pe PDM. Ngani do ka tie we ko wa ko une na me yero telawu mesako.
Yes, the money is still small.
Ateni chene no gere put no
compared to the population.
Ka temo poro kere wel jo ame miro nung chente.
But this was deliberate.
Ero mano beru gina wano timo kun tunyang da tungeyo.
We wanted to see how it works. I wanted to see how it works.
Unopura miro neno kita gina wano timo ni atikere.
So that if there are problems, we fix them.
Weka peki moro tie obedi kare me yiko.
But now, 3.8 million homesteads have got.
Ichare wano kobuni wipachi million a dek ilaka boro unuo chente me PDM.
That's more than 30% of the Ugandan households.
Mono bero percent piradek me luak pachi ameti Uganda.
That's not bad.
Mono peti arai.
And the idea was, if the few get and succeed, like Apio has succeeded, now you hear she succeeded, but she's pointing out problems which we need to solve. The water.
So balaman wanu miri wanu tiemenen no ni kangatro chako bala pio gino. Dugi mete beda be. Wanu renge jema yai amane na pio do tia koboni. Endi yai ka kanore tunu. Amano tia penyo pero me pi.
And the problem of water has not been mentioned by Apio alone. I heard it from the girl from Otuke for the crops. I heard it in Karamoja. The boy there had pigs. They need water. All these animals need water in the house now, no longer in the swamp.
So pero me pi pera winyi bara pio ken. A winyi bon nyara mo tuge. A winyi nangi tutu Karamoja kucha. Joni lucha mito pi me konyo gi gwako leigi kere konyo gi pur. Mando po bero pi ameti kanabor. Bero pi agino tu mita chigi kere pachigi.
So saying the money is not enough, yes, it has not reached everybody, but the ones who have got, have they succeeded?
Koboni chene ni nonok wano ye. Era penya pire tektini jano nokamo nuoni. Utiu kere chene ni aber ameramo la kokwogi.
Jesus died in the valley there in Palestine.
Yeshu to I pinyaramo luoni Palestine.
I was not there.
Anna chalo president anu ape kununu.
No member of the Dok clan was there.
Unura peti tegere me a Dok ameri kununu.
But he spent 3 days in the grave.
Edo beriliel ninadek.
And he rose on the third day.
Techiro ko ninamadek.
And some people saw it and wrote about it.
Jo moro biuneno teketo yiganacha ngwagino neno che church.
That's how people knew that we can resurrect.
Eno mio jodo te yeni wanakara obinuche.
Because of what people saw in Palestine now.
Bien gina rek jo neno chon ilo Palestine no.
Even Yoweri Museveni, son of Kaguta, is now a Christian.
Umio dang Yoweri Museveni wota kaguta da obera Christai.
So success will spread. If the few succeed, the others will learn from them.
Nyurni don binunya. Kajo mano no odon. Amedenya don no amedenya.
And that's why I've been showing the pictures of Apio here.
Omio anabiri tek chuin menu to chala pio kane.
So let us fix. Some of the people are saying the youth are being sidelined in the circles.
Miro nen yore me iko. Jama me petia tia ber. Bala joke tia ko ni jo ayot. Utia pongo ki yoko e PDM sako.
Because the youth are supposed to get 30%.
Bien bulu miro nuong percent piradek.
The women some percent.
Monang miro nuong percent piradek.
So even if we were to create a separate circle for the youth, it would have to be managed properly by the General Assembly, electing a committee handling on behalf of the many.
Kira wano kono yo posako apat pe jo ayot. Kireme melo yo kretello miro beda chechal. Chohere miro beda tie me yero tela. Otela no te guoko en sako no. Amenyo wano me neo ye kanyen. Anyo abero maya bulu.
So here we are struggling to bring the people who have remained behind.
Yele wade ichane obero mekello jo amodong chen.
But ever since 1986, there are other families who are getting richer and richer and richer in Uganda.
Chagre matumia chelimia bonga ni pira boru ya bichiel pachu kenetia metia lon ninino.
You can see the wealth here. For instance, let's see the big farms. Let's see if they have sugar cane. Do you have sugar cane?
One napor mepachi ameti repoti adon. Umito neno moro achiel ametia pito niang.
If you don't have sugar cane, give us palm oil.
Ni kame niang pe miwa memo mo loni palm oil.
Sugar cane, yeah.
Many young in a tear don't you know.
That's a factory, but the fields. The field is not just the factory.
Ominion poti many young, pomitonion ka factory kiken.
Give us what you have, palm oil or whatever. That is palm oil. Here in Maruzi, here in Ilango. And you talk of Ichan. Is there Ichan there?
Chala want you no better lova me come ti Maruzi lao kan kaine no luori yen na mo pirama ke lo mono monda ni luoni chane no.
That is Lonyo Madwong.
Mono better tuan lonya me welere pe kobere.
Then there are so many examples.
A poor make it geometric report a down or tear pole.
So, if the 3.8 million homes who have already got PDM, if they had been carefully targeted for the very poor,
Kaunu jo pachi million a dek la haborno, amenu como kwanyo pachi mechan ni kukome.
They would have handled everybody.
Down utie kupera mechano ko yakino nywale me Uganda.
Because like Apio, she told me she didn't, the land she hired, the 3 acres where she grew maize, she hired it. It was not her land.
Bala pora ma Apio mio. Loba eno puri enywagi down upemere. Uro pa loba pa.
Hired land, produced maize, used the money from the maize to buy the sheep.
Eno pir nywagi, ipora eno pa, te kwanyo chinte me nywagi, te do wilo kere romi ame chane ndo tia gwoko.
Apio, have you bought land now?
Apio ni de wilo lobo.
With how many acres? Ario, Apoyo. She has now bought 2 acres of her own.
Apio de chane wilo lobo mere ekas ario ado bero mera pire.
But when she started, she hired the 3 from others. She didn't have land.
Karena chako eno pa loba pa ekas adek nyopoti adek.
Now this is about Lonyo,
Mano bero kop melonyo.
especially in agriculture.
Apore tual kunyai pur.
There are other forms of Lonyo, but we don't have time to look at them.
Lonya me donyi kano kene tie to do chawa me logo yepe tie.
The 4th is teach. Where does teach come from?
Kop na mangwen obero kop me tich yai kwene.
Some people say teach is from the government.
Jokane koni tich yai bod gamente.
That is the wrong answer.
Mono bera gama me petika kare.
In all the developed countries, much of the teach is from the private sector.
Ilobe du chamo don duonga tich pe yai bot gamente yai bot jo ame charo will lite ame pobedo gamente.
Let me show you where teach comes from. Let's see Basangwa of Kamuli.
Where anyuti wu kana me teach ya
He decided to go for poultry for eggs. He's now selling 2,000 trays per day. Getting 20 million shillings a day. That is 600 million in a month. 7.2 billion in a year.
Billion. A million, miario, mwahe.
But he has also created 300 jobs.
Teach,
You can see that's from agriculture. Let's see the factories.
Wodonen chuma adon.
Factories. That is a town, a new town near Mbale.
Manobero gero me boma amerok tia cheki kere Mbale.
A town of factories.
Obero boma nyono town ame obero ka town me chuma apapat.
There are about 75 factories there.
Kanacha tikere chuma aromokin pirabiro we are beach.
Let's enter one of them and see how many people are working there.
Oneno kong I chuma chiel yo adi ametia tishiye.
See the number of people working there.
Nen ko luwagi jo ametia tishiye.
So what is the message here?
Kopa pire teki yetieni ngo.
The message is that wealth creates jobs.
Kopa ti yetieni lonyo kelo tich.
Now, finally, on the issue of wealth,
Me agiki ikobi kom lonyo.
the issue of restocking in Lango, Acholi, and Teso.
Obedo kop meduogo dok ilao acholi kiretes.
The cows were destroyed by the wars here.
Luen ubi uruenyo dok area mekan.
So when peace returned, we started restocking.
Ikado kushi chako duogo, wana chako tiyutich, meduogo dok.
But then some lawyers came in and brought legal.
Dien moro kano jomote bino kano chako kelo kopo kome chik.
We didn't think it was a good way.
One unene mono no pobere yo abe.
But as my young daughter, the deputy chairperson, was saying, I am always soft. I said, okay, if you think it will work, go ahead.
Achalo kire uki aloba amobero nyara tiri ukoni ana chamara aye me winyo tam ana neko koporo pe kado chik na mati kono nen kita wot kere.
We gave them money, 159 billion.
Utera mi chente billion mia cheli pira bichu ya bongwen.
But we are not hearing any impact.
Obero chiko yirwa pera uriunu ngaduogi mere.
So I decided to say, let me call people from the area and we consult.
Areta mo de koni mir ko do luong jo kaname pekini oberiye ko wintam iboti.
I called big meetings in Teso, in Lango, in Acholi.
Adelo mo chokara duong itesho lao kiracholi.
And they all said, most of them said, no, that's not a good way. Let's go back. They accepted my idea, which was, why don't we handle all the households? Slowly, cover all of them.
Joduche do hitamari kana mi umekoni, memi yugini teacher ber, o mi lonyo duogudok, bei pacha chiel, uchako mumod, out of tuni pacha ni dushu.
In the meeting in Solote, I said maybe 2 cows or 3 or 5. I was stuck like that. Then my people said, no, a beach.
Ichokere wa, I want to check a tesho kucha, koi nyomi do kario nyode, dunga jore koi pe, a beach.
So I said, okay, let's try a beach. It will take time, but let's try it.
Ana re yeni koporope, a beach, kodo chaki kakano, a ento chaki kakano.
So I said, you go back and discuss it.
Akoni dogo ateko bini dogo no chien iwere le uno tami yakina
We
u.
went back and discussed with everybody.
Tedu wo chien tele yo tami yakina wa.
Then they reported. Teso reported first. They were for the household approach, the PDM approach sort of.
Jome tesho enade kwa ngudugo bora ginte yeni oti kere kitama oti ukere PDM.
And Lango reported also.
Lao dang tedu go bora dang kere report.
Just before the campaign started.
Ete kalagina kolo kopiro no kope campaign o chahara ko.
When I was already on the campaign trail, the authorities came and found me in Western Island and also reported.
Kopi no chahara me campaign put po chahare era dong reporter duogo uno anda er worko ikwayo kui.
That's why actually I had to miss the rally here. So I said, okay, since they have all agreed, that Monday when I was supposed to address a rally here, and another one in Kole, I went back to the cabinet to say, Teso, Lango, actually have now agreed with my proposal of Duchu instead of just the lawyer's list.
Ni gina chelo mio kwayo kuirere me lira kante logere pien unite dok chien me okobi chogere me cabinet ni lao kire tesho kire choli oye tamanu ana mio ni pok dok iwi wudi dushu itesho ilao kira choli no gira chakere award momot.
So you need to be very careful with the law. You can no longer backbite me. I hear.
An angeoni pe mi rekop ginore lebluan pania ye piana na winyu dushu.
I hear everything.
A winyu dushu.
So I had to go back to the cabinet and say, now our people have agreed. Now what do we do? Let's have a plan.
Another dog chain, ichokere, me cabinet, atake jowado ye, tamanu anamio, amando timunungo.
Then I went back to the campaign.
When
When I was in the campaign, they said, now the cabinet has said, instead of cows, let's give money.
Ikarado anatie amedekere kwayo kwi report atetu nubora te koni kaka koni wano poko dog. Cabinet do yeni wando mi chente.
And then the people can buy for themselves.
Wek dong pachachela chel amonu chente gindo ramo willo dog ya pirgi.
So I said, okay, I have not had time to be in the cabinet. I'm moving. I just use it by remote.
Ana de yoko akoni koporope pienchawa na do chane be cabinet pe ero jogoya chim umiangi yonga me cabinet kobo.
So I said, okay, the money is there. The money was transferred. Where is the money, Omona? Where is this money now? Omona, come.
Ana de yoko dongo ko bani chende da dong tie aduonga ma olonio Omona ni mirobiko kwena do chende ti e chawan.
Thank you, Excellency. The money, 80 billion Uganda shillings, is now with the Office of the Prime Minister.
Office in Kampala?
Yes, sir.
On the account for restocking?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the money is now there. But now, the issue was now, they were trying to use the other old list, the other list which had a lot of problems. When they brought it, people said, but this is the list which we were questioning. Translate.
Adwoko mi chenne amedong omio mechol me duokolonyo medok ichinjo tie amedo tie I Office of Prime Minister ento gino timere ni karme gino chakar kedi joino ko chakaro tike dok list nyingjo ari kachon amebo tikede me ko pecholo dokcha.
So we said, if this is a chon list, a chon list, we need a new list.
So tekoni
we need list manyen.
So jo ame ochako akono nuongo list ame chul kele joni iguma raj jo endo ko chako tijo ke list achon chari ko kelo peko cha. Ente koni kama no wana mitolisa nyenere.
So on the phone, because I have not had time to sit in the cabinet, just on the phone, I've said now you keep the money on the account, don't take it back to anything. We are remaining with 7 days for the elections. Let's finish the elections. Meanwhile, we shall get time to get list manyen. List manyen, oh yeah.
Adwa ko beni en kite winyo kere kito en de winyi chimpi ti ko pe moyo kwir chuno kwir bito kwir en te koni kado ko pe lisa chona mo tikere ni kama no dong ko ko weko ko bedi cheni ni kong dong kunu kondo tie ko pe yele me kwa yo kwiri otidu go chente neno ni nung lisa nyen na ber mo tiu kere mejwa ko nyochulo jo.
List manyan oye. List manyan oye. Edarem oye. The old man with the heart oye. Lang oye. Uganda oye. East Africa oye. Apoyo Rubanga. Let's give flags. There are other issues which they have raised here.
Tijamo kene ame omio tiu chokano
in the manifesto.
Ame wando tiu kerame ti chiherewa botluak me Uganda in manifesto.
Like the roads.
Achalo ko yoe.
Like the hospital in Ogur.
Kope dong Dagatal Ogur.
Those are all in the manifesto. We have the manifesto in the memorandum.
Monodo bero jamame ruata ruara wano ugamo ti memorandum edo wano keto teach I manifesto.
None of them are part of our plan.
Monodo jo bero program amedo wano tikere.
Apoyo mate.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Can we have the flag bearers for City and Lira district? The names are there. Yes, can I now? Honorable Dr. Jane Acheng, Ogweng Eddie Morris, Honorable Dennis for City East, and the Mayor for Lira City. We also have Awuma Linda, Honorable Awuma Linda for Lira District. Honorable Jane, Dr. Jane is picking up flag. Honorable Jane, oye! Honorable Jane, oye! Okay, next we can have Honorable Sam Ngola for Erute South. Honorable Sam, oye! Sam Ngola, oye! Dr. Jane is moving with a beautiful flag, and Ngola Sam is still getting his flag from His Excellency the President. Next after Honorable Ngola is Honorable Awuma Linda. After Ngola, Honorable Awuma Linda, oye! Honorable Awuma Linda, oye! Linda is picking up flag. Congratulations. Congratulations, Linda. Congratulations. Dr. Jane is here with her flag. Yes, Ogweng Eddie Morris. Honorable Ogweng, oye! Honorable Ogweng, oye! Ogweng for City West. Ogweng for City West. Dennis, Honorable Dennis for City East. Honorable Dennis Modi is picking his flag. He has picked his flag. Honorable Modi, oh yeah. And now, Aregedeng for Erute North. Honorable Aregedeng for Erute North. Okay. Okelo Rick for Chairman LC5. Okelo Rick for Chairman LC5. Okelo Rick for Chairman LC5. Next is our mayor for city. Mayor for Lira City. His worship Atul for Lira City. Atul has got his flag. Then we have the workers, our only lady who got the flag for the workers, Northern Uganda. The workers flag bearer for Member of Parliament has also got our flag. Our flag bearer for the workers from the north. The only person who got a flag from the north.
The issue of Erute district. Translate. You translate.
Kobikom district may rure.
I know you have been suffering.
Huh?
I know you have been suffering. Translate for them. I know they have been suffering. Because the old Lira district,
Lira district kachon,
when they removed the city,
city,
one part of the old district remained north, another one remained southeast.
District Canada were too malo, men can do too pain, too south.
So to go from one part of the Lira district to another part, you must go through Lira city.
So me what to do north, me dog to kucha, me don't pay to city.
So people are really stuck.
Me your petty winya bear.
So we need to separate the two parts.
Miero pogariono ko.
so that we have got the city, a route south, a route north as separate areas.
Opo kerure south, kerure north, maybe the area rio papat.
Areas which are near one another.
Amedong ginu chok me waregicha.
A consolidated area.
Tebero area menuti unotegi karchiel.
Because now it is cut into two by the city.
Piena man city upogeo kwa rio.
So I support the idea, although I don't normally support the districts, but I support this one.
Ni NPD di Rechuaco district eto man en Nechuaco.
I normally like Yomabel rather than district Manyen without Yomabel.
Ni di rimaro Yoaber eto pe district Aber.
Manyen.
Mena nyen.
But this one is rational because Auma and someone got to have explained that people are really suffering.
Ni manen riegoti ye piena uma kopijluak tia denu chan. Ni keri ingola gina uma oneno ni riegoti ye. A chal me a chel jo mako beru chala jo gamo flag kere duong lobo. A chal me ario a biru beru chien Jacob kere akasha. The second photo shoot photo pose will be for Mr. Chien Jacob and Mr. Kasa JB. From the media fraternity.
The bus for the sportsmen, you will get that bus. I don't know why you didn't get it.
Ni bus mes for dongo mi ko pengi ngo mi peru tunu.
Thank you.
Poyo tutual. Chalme Dek about executive members melang NRM radio callers gin miro yigere me wor makuchale nge akasha ginuchen. The third photo pose will be the executive committee of the Lao NRM radio callers, and they should prepare after those of Uchen and Akasha. Flag bearers utieko amando uti waruchen ginakasha. Flag bearers utieko, the executive committee radio callers should be ready. Inge John Weno, Inge John Abinu, ambassadors. Ambassadors Warichal Khan. Ambassadors and FS officers, foreign service. Akira Jome kan na machiel tidong apenyo ne ukobo ni mier chunkano apenyo huh? Yes, please get ready there. nyako ukuja nenu ko bani da bin tung yen nyako kuja bin bora penyo Isaac and the other the converts. Is a penyo there? Nyako kuja bin kane. Oh. Nyako kuja yo kwero ko. Now Apenyo Jacob is there, is going because he's the one who voluntarily stepped down and joined Dennis for the flag. Okay. I can see Apenyo Isaac with the president. Apenyo stepped down. Nyimwakan utike di lori idok ko beda bolo tuoni adon akom gi yot ameo tela melao Lira district kere Lira city o mia duong lobo pe yom chun jono miu dok ameka neno kom dokki dokka yot dokka kom gi yom kom dok ko beda bolo What do I do? Now tikeri jo ameo logere ameo yai patu kene ameo yai UPC ameo yai oyai nu ginti kano ameo yigere mebinu nyute bora duong. Otio neno converts tie duong tia turubot jo logere tia ko begini ya gini malu aduong tia kop gi omio gi ya malu tia kop gi freely a mot a chala pap a bon kop poro ni unyo ginoro tia bero ket giabe tia moto gi mano jo ame logere jo ame kobe duong ni chagere tin gini bero gina duong dangi winyo tam. His Excellency is talking to the converts. The converts are happy. They are clapping their hands. I think they are singing. They have declared that today they are going to be with His Excellency. Now His Excellency talked to the daughter of Okuja, the education officer who gave His Excellency a job in his vacation when he left my beloved school, Ntare School. Jamitia water bear, Jamitia water cool, program watia tumabe, Amando Aduong, Tia Makochal, Kerut